Hi everyone, it's Farhan Dal, angel therapist and spiritual personal trainer with this week's angel reading and forecast for September the 24th. And we are pretty much in the full midst of Mercury retrograde. And if you're feeling some of the angst, the challenges, the tribulations, experiencing things like communication issues, trouble with electronics and whatnot, I have posted a prayer on my Facebook wall and on my blog spot to assist you with that. This is really the time to be introspective and to take the time to be reflective and not be so much progressive in our actions. So it's probably not a good time to start a new project or to look for a new job unless if you've already started those things prior to the retrograde. Typically, people experience some challenges and obstacles when they start to move too quickly, too forward, too fast during this period. So it's kind of meant for us to all slow down globally to just give us a breather. So take a deep breath. We're all going to get through. We always have, and we always will. And remember, you have your divine support to help you through. So, that said, let's begin with this week's angel card reading. And if you picked card number 1, if you recall, this is the Indigo Children card, and it appeared previously, maybe 1 or 2 readings ago. And if you picked card number 1, this card implies that you have perhaps a sensitive child, or you work with sensitive children who are of the indigo generation, or perhaps you yourself are a sensitive indigo adult. And this particular week, what I've noticed with the indigos in some of the readings that I've done for people is that this is really the time for us, and I mean me too, to really vocalize our declaration for the need to break the legacy and the lineage of all the negative belief systems or the ones that just don't work for us anymore. So, this is about recreating a new pattern of beliefs, deconstructing the old ones that are inherent, that have been conditioned upon us by not just our parents, but our parents before them and our parents before them. Like, we're talking about a legacy of patterns. And this is the generation in which the indigo are here to say, enough. We're not doing this anymore. This isn't working for us, and we need to make some changes. And how it's surfacing is perhaps in our own relationships as we're trying to see some of the matches and the mismatches in what's happening within our own personal lives. How this is surfacing is the result of what's been passed on from generation to generation to generation. And this is the time to say, I don't want this in my life anymore, and I'm not willing to pass it on to the generation to come. And it's up to us to break that pattern. And so some of the examples include the idea of abandonment, separation, isolation, the idea of duality, them against us, and this idea of being powerless. We're moving away from all of that and moving to more unity consciousness, knowing that we are powerful beings, we are divine co-creators, and we have a right to express our truths. Okay, so this is really the time where a lot of this is coming up, and it can be quite challenging, and it's making some indigos a little uncomfortable because they're not used to necessarily expressing their own personal truths. They know when something doesn't feel right and they want to do something about it, but sometimes there's a bit of a resistance to do so. We're great advocacy people for standing up for things like human rights, equality, um, things that the environment, the need to protect our planet and all that, and we're there for those great causes. But when it comes to our own lives and our own challenges, sometimes our voice center gets a little constricted. So this is the week to really express your truth. And if you're interested in talking more about that, definitely contact me because I too have been experiencing this week. Card number 2 is the Comfort card by Archangel Azrael. So Azrael is the angel to help us during times of grief when we're experiencing losses, though nothing is really lost. Like, energy is always transformed. No one really dies, they just change forms. But the grief associated with the feeling of that loss is very real for some of us. And grief is a very natural process, but know that there is divine support to help you with that. And Archangel Azrael is the angel who's been assigned to us on earth to help us with all the feelings of loss and grief. So if you've lost a loved one recently, or you've been separated, or a relationship has come to an end, or you've lost a job, any type of loss that you might be experiencing some sort of grief for, Azrael is here for you. Okay. Just simply call upon Azrael and say, I need help with, and state exactly how you need the help, and then just say thank you. Card number 3 is the Crystal Clear intentions card by Archangel Michael. And Michael is saying, get clear. Okay, none of this, I don't know what I want, I'm confused. No. The universe responds to whatever vibration that you have to offer. And if you put out wishy-washy thoughts, wishy-washy intentions, you get, guess what? Wishy-washy results. So your intentions must also be aligned with actions. Okay, so what you think, what you say, and what you do must all be very consistent. And the angels can definitely help you with that. Getting into your heart space and just being still with yourself and not getting into your head, analyzing, but just say, what is my deepest heart's desire? And then just write it out. Okay, you absolutely know what you want, because if you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And the angels are saying, spend your energy and your focus on what your truest heart's desires are. Okay, that's where you want to spend your energy and focus. And align yourself with people who do support your intentions. Okay, be careful who you surround yourself with. You don't want people to contaminate that space or contaminate that energy with their projections. Okay, if they don't support you, then you might want to reconsider who you're letting into your life. That said, if you have any questions or you wish to contact me for your own personal reading, for an angel reading or a mediumship or spiritual personal training, feel free to visit my website or inbox me here on Facebook. I love you dearly, and I can't wait to do this again next week. Angel blessings, everyone. Till next time. Bye-bye.